Hey there, friends. Welcome. Find yourself in a comfortable seat, and we'll begin by placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. Starting to close the eyes gently and just tune into each and every cycle of breath. Today we make I love you our mantra as we practice, as we move, trying to break that stigma of I love you being something awkward or silly to say to yourself. I want you to start to say it to yourself in your head like you mean it. I love you. I love you. I love you. With each and every breath, it just starts to feel a bit more normal. Letting the breath start to even out. Full breaths in and equally full breaths out. Sliding the bottom hand up to the top hand at the heart. And just reaffirming that mantra, I love you, into your practice space today, wherever you are at. Remembering you are in control of who and what enters this space. Continuing to deepen the breath as the body and mind relax. Connecting the palms at the heart will seal our intention, that mantra, I love you, into our practice. When you're ready, gently drawing the hands, the thumbs up to the third eye, our space of intuition, sending love on up to that space. Breathe in, sit up tall. As you breathe out, gentle bow on forward, sealing that I love you into your practice here today. Thanking body, breath, and mind as you rise back on up to a comfortable seat, releasing the hands down onto the lap. We'll just start some nice big breaths. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Connect the palms. Exhale, pull I love you down to your heart. Again, breathe in, reach the arms on up. I love you. Surround yourself in this love bubble. Exhale, hands to heart. A few more times, breathing in, arms rise. Maybe the chin gently lifts. Connect the palms. Exhale, pull it back on down. Breathe in, open up, expand, pull out of the hips as you reach up. Exhale, palms land down to the heart. We're going to come into a heart chakra opening breath. So we're going to bring the fingertips to the shoulders. Every breath is going to be at center. Every exhale, you're going to turn to your left with a forceful in. Making your way back to center. Breathe in and breathe it out. We're going to take it to the other side, forceful to the right. In. Starting to stir up that energy at the heart. Coming back to center, big breath in, lift that heart, sigh it out. Placing the hands on the heart, feeling that energy you created, feeling the effects of that pranayama, that heart chakra opening breath practice. Maybe noticing a sensation of cool in the nose. Sending love right to that heart space. I love you is the name of the game. Then we'll gently bring the hands back up to the shoulders, and we'll just start to make big rotations with the elbows, starting to roll the shoulders open. Breathing, trying to maintain strong posture, heaviness through the thighs. Circles start to go the other direction. Maintain that connection to your breath. You might close your eyes. Meeting back at center. Seated cat-cows. Inhale, lifts the heart. Pull the elbows back. As you breathe out, draw the elbows in towards one another, around the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale, open, leads the chest forward. Maybe a little drop of the head. Exhale, round. Again, breathe in, open up. Exhale and round. Find your pace, your rhythm here. Shining love and light forward through the heart when the elbows open. Meeting back at center. Breathe in, sit up a little taller. On your exhale, take a little tick over to your right. Inhale pulls you back to center. On the exhale, take it over to your left. Feel the right side of the body opening up. Inhale pulls you back to center. This time, draw the right elbow to the hip and then lead your left elbow up towards the sky. See if the sensation changes a little bit. Breathing back to center and taking it to the other side. Left elbow draws towards the hip, right elbow to the sky. Inhale pulls you back to center, elbows out to the side. We'll breathe in, open up the arms, open up the fingertips, lead the chest forward. Exhale, wrap your right arm over your left, squeeze yourself tight. I love you comes back into play. Warm embrace, breathe in, lift the elbows. As you breathe out, draw the elbows towards the lap. Let the spine relax around the spine as you embrace yourself here. Breathe. Inhale lifts you back on up. Start to open up the arms. This time, turn the thumbs on down. Take that breath in. Pull the shoulders back. Start to swim the fingertips back. You might stay here just reaching on back as heart arcs to sky. Or interlace the fingers. Roll the front of the body open. Lift on up. You could just stay here, or maybe you start to take a gentle hinge on forward, pulling the fists away from the bum. Might just be a small movement. Your next breath in rises you up. Work at your pace. Release the hands down to your mat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, heart to sky, reversing your little fold. Gently coming back to center. Shake out the arms. Loose through those shoulder blades. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull that I love you down to your heart. Here we go. Breathe in, open up the arms nice and wide. Chest leads forward. Left arm wraps over right as you embrace in a nice hug. Inhale, lifts the elbows. As you breathe out, elbows towards the lap, around the spine. Let everything relax. Next inhale leads you back on up. Open up the arms wide. We'll turn the thumbs down one more time. Heart space lifts. Swim the fingertips back. Pause here. Reach heart to sky or interlace their fingers. Your choice. Heart space starts to lift, rolling open the rib cage. Stay here. Just breathe or hinge slightly on forward. See if you can get a little deeper the second time around. Heart still drawing down. Crown is pulling forward. Inhale rises you back on up. Separate the hands, ground the hands down. Puff heart to sky. Option here to stay or lift the hips. Press the hips on forward as you rock on the knees. Gently lowering back on down, grounding yourself on down. Roll the shoulders out. Feel nice and loose. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale it out. 2 more, breathe in. Last one, inhale. And then swing it back, tabletop. Coming onto the hands and knees, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Get comfortable here. Feel nice and grounded as you press through the mat, taking yourself through cat-cow. Breathing in, drops the belly, lifts the heart, lifts the tailbone. Exhale, starts to round the spine, pressing through the mat. Allow your eyes to close as you just flow through a ripple of the spine that works best for you. Adding any movement, taking out any movement. If the wrists feel like they're taking on too much, come to fists or forearms. Channeling into your practice. Coming back to the sense of breathing in lots of love and breathing that lots of love back on out. Gently meeting back at center and pushing it back to a quick child's pose. Pressing yourself back on up, hands and knees. Get nice and steady. And then draw the right toes along the mat. Start to float them off the mat. Start to balance here, pressing through the arms. Grounding through the right hand. Left arm reaches on forward. See if you can balance. Breathe. Pull through center. Bending back that knee. See if you can just swim the arm back. You might just reach back. If it's in your practice, you could grab a hold of that foot. If you grab a hold of the foot, kick, kick, kick into that hand. Bring your gaze on forward. Open that chest. Squeeze through center as you gently release, reaching in both directions. And then grounding, anchoring back down. Rock it side to side, shake it out. We'll take it the other direction. So taking the left leg, drawing it on back, active through that heel. Right arm starts to reach on forward, balance. Breath is strong. Bending that knee, and then maybe just reaching back. You don't have to grab a hold. If you do grab a hold of the foot today, kick into the foot, open the chest, open the shoulder, gaze forward. Nice controlled release, sending that leg on back, arm on forward, and then releasing back down, tabletop, rock it side to side. Gently pressing back, child's pose, let everything go, relax. Nowhere to be, no one to be here in your yoga practice. Back to the breath. As you gently come forward, staying low to the mat, coming onto your belly, uncurl the toes, press into the tops of the feet. Arms out to the sides, bring the thumbs on up, make fists with the hands. Little back strengthening exercise. On your breath in, start to lift the feet, lift the arms, lift the chest, lift the gaze, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift like you're flying through the air. Holding the pose, not the breath. See with every breath if you could lift and squeeze the shoulders back even further. Press through that pelvis. And then gently start to release everything back on down. Bend the knees, wash the feet from side to side, releasing lower back and hips. And then pressing back through a child's pose, taking a breath. And then grounding through the hands, gently arriving into your first downward facing dog. I think it's our only downward facing dog of this practice. And just to make those feel good movements, make down dog feel like your own, giving the body what it needs, pedaling it out or rocking the head. And then gently walking your way, feet to hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. Let everything release, let the spine release, hang tight right here. Finding each breath, taking you a little closer towards the mat. Soften your knees. Gently rolling yourself up the spine when you're ready. Stacking one vertebrae at a time. Letting the gaze come up last. Heart space lifting. Palms to face forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Connect the palms. Exhale, hands to heart. I love you. Inhale, reach the arms up, connect the palms, exhale, bring the hands through the heart, dive it on down, forward folds. Breathe in, half lift, extend your spine, exhale and fold, bend the knees, send the right foot on back, gently dropping the right knee on down, checking that left knee is over ankle, starting to lift the gaze, low lunge, hands to the thigh to start, press the hips forward. And then when you're ready, when you're stable, reach the arms up overhead. If that doesn't happen today, it's okay. We'll start to swim the fingertips on back. Reach the fingertips on back, heart to sky. Start to press hips forward. You might interlace the fingers together, or you just stay reaching back. If it starts to feel like you're compressing the low back, lift a little higher through the heart, like you have a string tied on the heart, reaching you up. Lots of love in, lots of love out. Reach the arms back up, neutralize the spine. Inhale, exhale, hands come down, frame out the foot. Right knee is going to lift on up. You're going to step the right foot to the outside of the left foot. Bring as much of the edges of the feet to touch as you can. So you're crossed at the ankle, sciatic stretch. If it's too much to just release here, bring the hands to the legs, to the shins, maybe a yoga block. And then rising on up to stand. Keep the legs crossed. Get nice and steady on your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Sending that back right leg all the way over to your left. Plant the toes, breathe the arms up, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lengthens you. Exhale, takes that tick over to the left. Steady breath. Inhale, back to center, bringing the foot next to the other foot. Nice and steady through the feet, hands to heart. Let's keep the ball going. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swim the fingertips on back, heart to sky. You might interlace the fingers. Shining love and light on forward, up towards the heavens. Breathe in. As you breathe out, soften your knees, forward fold. See if you can keep the fingers interlaced. If they're not together, just keep reaching back. And then a gentle release of the arms, releasing the spine, hang nice and loose. Breathe in, half lift when you're ready. Letting your exhale take you down into your fold. Bend the knees. We'll send the left foot back, gently dropping the left foot down. Get steady. And then bring the hands to the thigh. Make sure right knee is over the ankle. Hips press forward. Even if you have to just scooch and move the feet. Reaching the arms up overhead settles the shoulders. Breathe in. As you breathe out, send the fingertips back. Reach on back, heart to sky. Feeling a lift as you come into this little back bend. Breath is steady. Inhale, neutralize the spine. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down, frame out the foot. We're going to do the same thing. Lift that back left knee, and you're going to take the left foot to the outside of the right foot. So you're crossing behind at the ankles, bringing the edges of the feet to touch. Big sciatic stretch. Let the head relax. You might bring the hands to the shins or to the legs if it's feeling a little too intense on this side. Rising gently on up to stand. Bringing the hands to the hips. And then you're going to send that back leg, that left leg, all the way over to the right. Plant the toes. Breathe the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Grow through the hips. And as you breathe out, take a tick over to the right. Nice big side opening. Breathe it back to center. Bringing one foot next to the other. Reach on up. And then release the hands on down, mountain pose, letting the breath steady as our practice of self-love winds on down, bringing a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. Self-love is about fully embracing ourselves, realizing our strength and accepting our flaws. It's not about being self-centered or self-absorbed, which is based on insecurity of not knowing oneself. Truly loving ourselves, cherishing ourselves is exactly what we need to do. Learn to love yourself and treat yourself the same way you treat those you care about.